Salute and welcome to the Stories and Cocktails podcast, where you will enjoy an entertaining short story from acclaimed humor columnist Rob Kreider. Story time is the family portion of the show. Then we move on from the stories to the cocktails. This is where the alcohol and the not safe for work portion of the show takes over, as Rob and his wife /editor /muse Sara Kreider partake in some adult beverages and provide you with a behind the scenes recap of what really inspired the original story. Put your feet up, relax, and enjoy yourself a round of stories and cocktails. Cheers.
This article's called Hey, Ho, Let's Go by Rob Kreider. Hey, that's me. Before I was a husband and a father, I was just an impressionable boy attending Cal Poly. Like most impressionable boys, my main task was trying to impress girls. I tried all sorts of schemes. Surfing, never very good at it. Growing my hair long, never really washed it. And getting my nose pierced. Never again. Surprisingly, girls weren't impressed. Instead of concentrating on our college studies, my roommates and I were busy concentrating on the best way to get more ladies into our super cool bachelor pad. And, more importantly, how to keep the ladies there once we somehow coaxed them inside. Nobody thought to clean the bathroom. Then one day, my best friend Todd came up with the age-old, tried-and-true plan of starting a band. Once the idea was on the table, it was settled instantly. We were a band. Oddly, the fact that none of us really knew how to play music never actually came into the decision-making process. The only real question that came up was what kind of band we would be. Since it was the summer of 1994 and bands like The Offspring and Green Day were rocking the airwaves, I told you we were impressionable, we would be a punk band. Had it been the summer of 1990, chances are we would have become white rappers, thanks to the success of Vanilla Ice. All I can say is, thank God it was 94. I bought some nerdy-looking black eyeglasses and was instantly different. I was punk. We named our band Them, having no idea there was actually already a band named Them with some old dude named Van Morrison back in the 1960s. We didn't know any better. None of us was a music major. I was a journalism major, minoring in beer. Todd was studying accounting, and Nader was a biochemical something. I didn't even understand the name of his major, let alone what he was supposed to be learning at college. We liked the name Them because it was a play on words, the whole who's on first shtick. Hey, let's go see Them play tonight. Who? You know them. They're cool. Later we found out people actually said, Them? They suck. It was actually a good thing we decided to become a punk rock band, because Todd only knew 3 guitar chords. After listening to the Ramones' first album over and over again, we realized 3 chords was all that was really needed. I started writing songs about what all people write songs about, girls, who work for John Lennon, so I figured, why reinvent the wheel? The only change I made from the McCartney-Lennon method was to insert the F word into the song somewhere. That would give them the authentic punk rock sound. We found a drummer who was on a tennis scholarship at Cal Poly, and he was about as good as the one-armed drummer from Def Leppard. If Def Leppard's drummer had his one good arm tied behind his back, and he beat the drums with a stick in his mouth. We told him he could be in the band as long as nobody ever found out about his secret life as a tennis player. It just didn't seem very punk rock. Our first show was the Battle of the Bands in the Cal Poly dorms. No, we didn't win. A friend of mine came up to me after the show and said, after listening to us, he wanted to cut his ears off. The good news was Todd met a girl, which meant the band was a success. We made t-shirts and stickers right away because everyone knows the most important part about being in a punk band is putting your stickers all over public restrooms. Unfortunately, somebody in town, obviously not a fan, thought it would be better to take our stickers and put them on every stop sign. The sign now read, Stop Them. We rocked on regardless. We booked fraternity parties, and I continued jumping around screaming the F word. Todd kept playing ear-splitting guitar chords, those same 3, and meeting girls. Nader played only the top string of his 4-string bass, and our drummer, as drummers go, got canned. He missed an important concert due to a stupid tennis tournament. The good news was we got a real drummer from an Orcut hardcore band called WD Boogie. His name was Dom, and he knew how to play music, which was a weird thing for our band. Dom introduced us to the Santa Maria Orcut bands, like In Spite of the World, the OGs, and Lompok's very successful Drunk in Public, who actually scored a record deal with Fearless Records and toured the country. Our biggest honor as a band was opening up for Drunk in Public. We played shows anywhere and everywhere. We booked clubs in LA and Santa Barbara. We also played a kid's birthday party at Grover Beach. He was turning 14. His mom paid us some birthday cake after the show. The Cal Poly San Luis Obispo crowds recognized us for exactly who we were. 4 talentless goofballs from the dorms who decided to form a band just to meet women. And it did work. I met my wife, whom I love. The Santa Maria, Nipomo, Arroyo Grande kids, they saw us differently. For whatever reason, they actually liked us. Whenever someone gave us a hard time in San Luis Obispo, we just said, whatever, we are huge at Arroyo Grande High School. Them came to an end when my wife and I got married and our son was born. One of our last concerts was smack dab in the middle of my honeymoon, which my wife, understandably, has still not forgiven me for. Oh well, in the words of Neil Young, hey hey, bye bye, rock and roll will never die. By the way, I still say the F word a lot. I just don't have a punk band behind me when I do it.
Okay, folks, it's time to pop that top and let's get to those cocktails.
Hey, welcome to Stories and Cocktails Podcast, drunken portion of the motherfucking show. We are in Geyserville, California, Mrs. Kreider. Do you even know where that is? Do you know where you're at right now?
No.
You don't, do you?
No.
We're in hella NorCal. So you don't understand what hella is because you're not a NorCal girl. I was a NorCal boy.
Right.
And so this is hella fun to be up here in hella NorCal. And the reason we're here is because we're the hella fucking cool guy who I knew in college.
We got a guest.
When is he showing up?
Well, that would be cool if we had a cooler guy. He's a moderately okay dude from college.
That's better.
His name is Chris Adamian. He is from Sunnyvale, but he is a co-owner of a restaurant called Corner Project Ales and Eats in Geyserville, California. We just came from there, and we're feeling a little slippery because of the ales, of course. And the food there was fantastic. What'd you have, Mrs. Kreider?
Oh my God, Chris, the food was so good. We split the chicken tinga sandwich.
It was bomb.
And then it came with a side of potato salad. And then I got an additional side of potato salad to go.
Sitting in the RV Tiki fridge as we speak.
Yeah, that's for like a little later, late night snack.
Now, I don't know if you know, Chris, you're with someone who's a pretty big deal here. Sara is a Yelp Elite member, and she was very interested in your Yelp reviews for the restaurant. And you guys have a 4.9 rating, which is the highest rating we've ever seen for any restaurant anywhere.
Yeah.
And if you're lucky, I can't guarantee it'll happen.
Oh no, I'm giving them maximum stars.
You damn well better.
I am.
You damn well better.
I'm giving them all of the stars.
Anything less than 5 and those tires on your RV are going to be deflated in the morning.
Look, one of us has absolutely no integrity, and that's you.
Oh, for sure. I was a journalist in college, and I forgot to take the ethics class.
Right.
I will sell my soul. Anyone who gives me a free set of brake pads for my race car, I'm like, this is the greatest brake pad. Wonder Bread is really good bread. Like, these Fig Newtons are so great.
Now, I am not like you. I have a lot of integrity. So
That's why you're Yelp Elite, and I'm Yelp Nothing.
So if I had gone to Corner Project Ales and Eats, and I didn't like the food, or I thought the food was like meh, I would just be like, we're here to visit our friend Chris. It's so fun, and he has a pub.
Yeah, we knew McCall Polly. He goes to bars a lot.
But because I thought the food was so good, I just want to say it over and over and over again.
Yeah, don't blow smoke up my ass. If you don't like it,
I won't.
please tell me.
I will be
I'm
very
super
honest with you.
honest.
Chris, your beard is disgusting. You have
Thank
a very
I
long
take that as a
lumberjack
compliment.
beard.
It's a compliment.
I find it disgusting. So I'm going to tell you the truth. The food was fantastic. The beard is disgusting.
You find my beard disgusting because you can't grow one.
That's
I haven't shaved in 3 days and you didn't even notice. So I'm being honest with you. Beard's gross. The food's fantastic. And I'm drinking right now. I'm sure I'm probably not supposed to pull this out of the pub, but I'm drinking a Pliny the Elder from your bar and it's fantastic. What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking a paper plane that I made myself.
Yes, you did. Mixologist.
So, Chris, how do you feel about him just walking out with a beer? Like, are you going to lose your ABC license?
Yeah, we're going to lose your liquor license.
As long as ABC is not listening to this, I think we're okay.
ABC, Chief Kreider from the CHP stole a beer. Had nothing to do with the establishment. I did it on my own and I should be persecuted.
You didn't steal it.
Prosecuted.
You just walked out with it. You're supposed to finish it at the establishment.
Well, I helped him out by putting it in a plastic cup.
Exactly. I mean, I bought some merch.
It's a gray area.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt that says fucking Corner Project drinking a beer.
The cops come through here once a day at like 12.
It's good to have friends in a small town.
You're not the first person to walk on the streets here with an open container, and you won't be the last.
But am I the first person to walk out with a Pliny? Because that's a fresh, cracked keg at your spot.
Only because that's the first time we've had Pliny.
And you live literally 2 blocks from your restaurant.
I do.
In Geyserville.
So let me explain for people who aren't hella NorCal and aren't like hella cool like you guys and know hella NorCal stuff.
Yeah, because we're hella fucking cool. We're Niners fans.
Geyserville is, and I don't mean this like, I'm just describing it exactly how it is. It's a little tiny town.
Yeah, it's one of the last small towns left in America.
Yeah.
Agreed. It has that vibe to it.
And it has a population of
About 1,200.
1,200 people.
And probably 400 of those only live here part-time.
Well, 1,202 because we parked the Tiki RV in your front yard.
Yeah.
So we pulled into Geyserville, and you say you live 2 blocks from the pub. Like the pub is one side of town, and your house is the other side of town.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much.
Like basically the south end and the north end.
Well, I think we divided along the main drag here, so you live on the west side or the east side?
Oh. So which is the cooler side of Geyserville?
Well, you're on it.
Oh, hell yeah.
The east side.
East side. Got to keep it east side, yo.
Yeah.
You don't be like those fucking west siders all fronting and shit. Like
This
they're
is
all
where the
cool.
hard-hitting motherfuckers live.
But wait a minute. You showed me, because this is how small this town is. As we walked to the pub, you showed me where you used to live on the west
That's when
side.
I was a weak ass bitch.
Yeah, he was a punk ass bitch. You know, he couldn't even walk to fucking work without people throwing shit at him. Now that he's an East Sider, you just walk down the street with your two like registered as weapons fists, like just back to work, right?
Yeah, and if I'm passing somebody on the street, they cross the street. They don't want to pass me.
So you're like a pit bull dog. Like when people see you with that disgusting beard, they walk across the street to avoid you.
If they know what's good for them.
Right. Okay, if you know what's good for you.
You say it's the beard. It's because he's an East Sider.
Yeah, I didn't realize he's so fucking punk as shit.
Okay, so speaking of punk as shit,
Yeah.
how do we know Chris?
Well, that's a good question. We're going to talk about a story in the Santa Maria Sun that was published March 31st, 2009 called Hey Ho, Let's Go. Obviously, that's a reference to a Ramones song. And so how I know Chris is I was in a very terrible, not good college band. It was a punk rock band called Them.
Yeah.
You named that band.
Chris, would you also call it a very terrible, no good punk rock band?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
accurate.
Okay.
I love them,
Everyone loved them.
but the standards were low back then.
It wasn't a big lift
Was there like a lot of punk bands you could see in San Luis Obispo?
in the mid-90s.
Nah, but Numbskull put on a good handful of shows.
Oh, yeah.
The later years that I was there.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Yeah.
do you want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
Numbskull is still putting on shows in Fresno.
I know.
So recently I was at a show. Actually, it was Suicidal Tendencies. I hung out, was drinking at the bar with Eddie Numbskull. And I was like, dude, I was in a band. I played in one of your shows in St. Louis. He's like, oh, Them. You guys had this cool logo. I remember you. I was like, no way. You?
Yeah.
And nobody else. Maybe Chris Adamian.
And then I was like, hide your boner. This is embarrassing.
He's a promoter, puts on shows. He came from Ventura, Oxnard, part of the Nardcore scene, started promoting shows and still does it.
Do you
And
guys
we're appreciative
think
of
he's
that.
about our age? Maybe a little older than us?
I would say maybe 3 years older than us.
I
Yeah.
wonder what that's like, being in your early 50s and remembering things.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I'm too much playing the other. I can't remember fucking shit. I can't remember if it was today or yesterday, whatever.
What an amazing talent.
So I know Chris because I played in this really shitty punk band, and then Chris was around.
Wait. We need to back up. You named the band?
I named the band.
Even though the story says otherwise.
You know what he wanted to name the band?
Let's hear it.
He wanted to name the band, and I have to say it like he would say it. I got to do my best, like surfer. Like, let me get into like gnarly brown Tide.
Tide? Like the detergent?
Yeah, I'm like, dude, we should be called Tide. We'll have like the logo, the Tide logo on our shirts, be so fucking corporate punk. And then like, you know, the ocean, man. You know what I mean? Like the tide comes
Oh, I get
in,
it. I know what the tide
and the
is.
tide comes out. And then the rest of the band looks at me like, no, that's fucking lame. You suck. Why
Yeah.
are you our lead singer? So then Sara comes over. She goes, you should be called Them.
Yeah.
She's like, you know,
Like
let's go
I saw
see them.
or
It's a
let's
funny
go
gag.
see them.
Let's go see them play. They suck.
And then classic Rob, he's like, that's lame. That's a stupid name. No, we're not going to do that. And then thankfully, like Todd and Adair were in the room and they're like, actually, that's kind of catchy. And then Rob's like, but you guys don't like Tide?
Them doesn't come in and out with the moon like the tide does. The tide. Like a tidal wave of punk rock
Now
aggression.
you'd be a non-binary band.
Probably.
They, them.
Oh, that's true.
I would be them,
That's true.
You know, we were pretty progressive back in 95.
But you played it very well when you were like, wait, you named the band? Because the story says that he met me
Yeah.
later. No,
Yeah.
he met me way sooner.
We've already discussed that my ethics as a journalist were terrible. I
yeah.
am a liar. So anything I've written in a story is bullshit. It's not true. Sara is really the impetus of everything that Them ever did, even though she hated the band and then broke up the band when she got pregnant.
The first time that you guys played at the Battle of the Bands, and you put this in the article. Which dorms were you in?
Sierra Madre.
Oh, so
us
were we.
Too.
Tower 0.
You were in 2 and I was in Tower 4, I think.
No, you started out in Tower 0.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, in the summertime you were in Tower 0. And so he probably like moved into the
Yeah,
room
you
you just moved
I was
out
probably in your
of.
room, dude.
Yeah.
I'd beat off so many times in that bed.
There's so much of your jizz in that room when I got in there. How much jerking off was happening by
You could
Chris
just put
in
your
that room?
clothes on the wall and they would stick.
That's why I hung up my Jane's Addiction poster. No fucking post-its needed. Just, I'm like, oh, just Chris's jizz. I'll just hold this fucking poster up.
But you guys didn't know each other yet.
No, but we were
Oh.
we were beat off buddies, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. I was in Tower 2.
You were in Tower 2? Is that why you named the band Them?
No, I was in
See this
Tower.
kind of gag?
Yeah.
Who's on first?
No, I wasn't in Tower also. I was in Tower 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So you were in Tower 2 as well.
I started in Tower 0.
All the hot chicks are in Tower 2. Does that make sense? That's before you had the beard.
All the hot dudes. Well, the year I was there, all the hot dudes were in the Tower 0.
Oh, okay. As long as you say so.
It alternates.
But I also lived there.
Because you were there like in 93, right?
Yes.
93,
We got there in 94,
and then
summer
I got
94.
yeah. So it alternates. I had heard that when we moved in, I had heard that they had moved all the hot guys out to move all the hot girls in.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was
Facts.
like, it makes
Facts.
sense.
These
Yeah.
are facts.
No, these are 100% true.
Can't be disputed.
Look it up on Wikipedia.
Exactly. Cal Poly Dorms 93, hot dudes.
We already
Tower two.
established that Chris and I don't lie, and
Yes.
only you do.
Yeah, I'm a liar.
1993 hot dudes and Chris.
Exactly.
Same 1994 hot chicks and Sarah.
Not true. The reason I'm with her still is because I was walking between Tower 0 to Tower 2. And I saw this girl wearing very, very short green shorts, a lot of leg, nice ass.
Bad hair.
She was wearing a dolphin t-shirt, which I didn't really understand that.
Why didn't you marry her?
And then she had and I'm not trying to be disparaging, I was just confused about what she was into. She had a very lesbian haircut. And I was like, man, that's a really nice ass on that girl that likes
On
other
that lesbian.
chicks.
Yeah.
She can always grow her hair out.
And then she was hanging out at the basketball court, which is strange because I've never seen you touch a ball or be in a basketball court ever in our lives.
That's
Since
where the dudes
Never
were.
touch a ball?
she touches the minimal amount of balls as possible. So I'm like, hey, this girl's got a nice ass. And then you named our band. And then you broke up our band when you got pregnant.
You're a terrible storyteller.
I am. It's the Pliny.
Yeah, I felt like there was a lot left out there.
The reason I asked about Sierra Madre is because the Battle of the Bands that he references in the article was at the Sierra Madre dorms.
Oh.
It was in that like main lobby. Remember like where you had to go down and pick up your pizza
Yep.
in that
Get
main
your mail.
lobby?
Ping pong tables.
That's where the Battle of the Bands was. And it was the very first gig
First gig ever of them.
that you guys played. And he comes over and he drops off his roommate, Tom.
And a
with,
pizza.
I wish. That would have been better.
Here's the pizza from Woodstocks.
He comes over. He's like, here, Tom's going to hang out with you guys while the band gets ready. So it's me and my roommate and Tom. You left him, I don't know, probably like an hour or so.
Yeah, we got to get shit ready.
We got to go tune our instruments.
Move the drums.
I don't know what shit you had to do. So we're like, okay, you know, like we're going to just finish getting ready. We're going to have a couple drinks or put our makeup on. Who knows what the fuck we were doing. We're 19 years old. But we turned on the TV and I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. I don't remember the name of it.
The burning bed or something like that.
Yeah, but it was Farrah Fawcett. She gets assaulted and then she decides she's going to get revenge. It's fucking riveting. Like the guy that assaults her, she fucking kidnaps him and she holds him hostage and she starts terrorizing him. Like she's like, take this motherfucker. I mean, this is 95 when we're watching it, but this was a movie made in like the 80s. It was like this kick-ass female movie. Well, we start watching it on this like 9-inch black and white TV that we have in the dorms.
So compelling.
Yes.
Can't leave it.
It's so good. We can't leave it though. Like
But the Battle of Bands is approaching.
we know that our bestest friend, my future husband, Tom's roommate, you know, my roommate's future husband, like this is a very important person to us and his band is going to play for the
Their
first
very
time
first gig.
ever. Literally like 100 feet from where we're sitting.
Can't make it on time.
But oh, Farrah Fawcett, like what is she going to do with this man who sexually assaulted her? And I think we relate to your very
You're always
first
very
show.
supportive of the band.
I
Didn't
know.
even come to the first gig.
And now I can't even remember the name of that movie.
You couldn't pause the video?
You want to just watch it later on Amazon?
Well, we didn't. It was funny. No, because it wasn't VHS. It was just like on TV.
Oh, it was okay.
It was an antenna. It was only being played this one time ever.
Live TV. Couldn't pause
There's
it.
no DVRs.
We're definitely
Yeah.
dating ourselves now.
So I think that you guys played like 2 or 3 songs and then we came in maybe on like your 4th song.
I'm sure you were late, very supportive. And then later you grew to despise the band because you thought the band represented the fact that I wanted to maybe lay down with other women than yourself. And you thought that wasn't cool. No, I was fucking 21 years old.
I mean, the story you read literally says I started a band
So I could get laid by other women.
like I said, I lie in these stories.
And the story's
For
like, and I
obvious
named
reason.
the band and I met my wife later. And I'm like, no, you were
No.
in the band for 2 whole years
No.
and you knew me the
No,
entire
I knew you,
time.
but you weren't my wife.
I know.
met my wife when you became my wife. You were just some girl I hooked up with in the dorms.
You met her at the altar.
I did. I'm like, oh, how are you doing? So what's not in the story is that our marriage was, it started off a little rough because during the honeymoon, we had to go back to San Luis Obispo because them had a gig. We were opening up for the Queers and Swingin' Utters.
Big deal.
It was a big deal. So I was like, we got to go to
Okay.
this show.
Why was it a big deal? Is the Queers a good band?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had like record deals and
That
shit.
was probably their best show.
Oh, it was
Okay.
for sure our best show.
We're going to take turns. I'm going to let Chris go first.
Okay. Go
Okay?
Okay.
Because I don't want you to both to
I'll
talk
shut
at the
the
same
fuck
time.
up.
They're a super important band, both of them. They're so important. They interrupted my honeymoon. And I will let you pick Queers or Utters. Name one song, one fucking hit, one Queers hit, one Swingin' Utters hit.
That's Billboard Top 100.
And then once Chris goes, because he gets to go first because he's the guest, then you will name the other one.
I'm going to pass.
No, you can't pass.
No.
Wait, did you interrupt my honeymoon? Did play with...
A band that we cannot name any of their songs.
Actually, the Queers have a song called We Are the Queers.
Yeah. We are the queers.
There you go.
Okay,
You're welcome.
so you took queers. Now that gives you swinging utters. I think I've proven my point.
Well,
You
regardless.
know what?
But-
I gained a point. 1 point,
You did.
Sarah.
You won.
I won.
You
Sarah
won.
gets the big win. Named the band and broke up the
It
band.
doesn't take away from how good those bands were.
In 1995. And to be on the opening bill and be on the flyer, for us as a local college band, it was a big deal for us. So we couldn't
Yeah.
pass that opportunity up. When Eddie called, it's like, hey, I'm going to put you on this gig. I'm like, we'll be there. And you're like, we can't be there. You're getting married 2 days before that. I'm like, book this show. I'll be there. And then you and I had a moderate fight. You cried in the bathroom. We almost didn't get married. But look at us now.
And you're clearly over it. You haven't-
Yeah.
Was that show in Slow?
Yep. It was at the Trinity Hall.
Oh, Trinity Hall.
Great show.
I was pregnant because that's how I had to get him to marry me.
Yes.
Because I had to get pregnant.
Like any rock star.
And I held that baby in like so tight. And I mean, I was kind of showing like a little bit, but like I hadn't had to buy new clothes or anything. We got to San Luis Obispo and we were only there for him to play this stupid fucking show. We had to go to Sears for me to buy maternity clothes. I was like, I can't do it anymore. I really am pregnant. I cannot hold this in anymore. I was like keeping my jeans together with like a rubber band. That's like an old maternity trick. We went to Sears on Madonna Road.
Yep.
And we bought me a whole new maternity wardrobe. And the first time I ever wore maternity pants was to your last show.
Aw.
The funny part was that it was amazing what willpower can do because you really did hold that baby in for the wedding. And then literally 17 hours later, you were like 8 months pregnant. Like you just relaxed and your belly just kablow came out. I was like, holy shit, I got a pregnant girl on this honeymoon.
So that was our son, Gus. Fun fact, ask me what his musical interests are.
Oh, Swinging Utters and the Queers.
None. Child doesn't like music
Really?
at all.
Or racing
Rob,
cars.
you've failed.
I would ask for a DNA test, but the kid looks just like me. So I'm like, that's fucking my kid.
Imagine being in utero at a them show.
Hearing punk rock.
Okay, so let's go back to Chris. I want to know, Chris, how you're just a dude at Cal Poly in the mid-90s listening to shitty punk bands. And then all of a sudden, you're like a .comer or like a software engineer. You're doing shit I don't understand in the Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
The Silicon Valley is L.A.
That's a different thing.
San Fernando Valley, probably. How did I first meet these guys?
No, how did you rise above it? And
She's like, how'd you get away from these punk?
Oh, I never did.
No, you're like uber successful. I'm like staying in your quaint, charming little house in Geyserville, and I was at your restaurant, and it's amazing.
You basically retired after 25 years in software to dream your lifelong project for like beer and food.
I knew where I couldn't go any further. I didn't like to get in trouble, but I always liked to push the line.
Nice.
I respect that.
And I still do that. And I knew at a young age that I was math and science were kind of my thing.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad was an engineer and we had computers in the house growing up. I always gravitated towards that. And it was a no-brainer going into college to be some sort of engineer. I chose computer engineering as my major.
I've never met a single unemployed engineer in my life.
I'm an unemployed engineer to a degree.
No, you're a retired engineer with his own passion project.
You know, graduated, got a job, and did it for 25 years.
But you still dabble in computers.
You guys know I love to play Keno.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out the odds on Keno. What's the best strategy?
Sure.
Oh, fuck
Numbers
yeah.
played. I spend 3 or 4 hours on one of my Thursdays writing a JavaScript to randomize the game of Keno and figure out if the numbers are truly random, what's the best strategy to play.
Right.
This is the fun things I do.
Okay, but I actually find this
That's actually dope as shit.
super fascinating.
Yeah.
This is what I want to know because I sit down with like Keno. What I really like is the bars in California that do California Lotto Keno. Have you seen those?
Yep.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Oh,
Sarah's
it's the
all
best.
about that shit.
Okay, I need your coding. I need your algorithm, like 8
Based
spot,
on the
9
numbers you pick,
spot,
there's more odds that are better or
Yeah,
worse.
so-
10 spot bullseye. Like, what am I doing?
Well, so yeah, what I did, it wouldn't tell you what numbers to pick.
Of course.
It just tells you,
What odds on which game?
Which one to
pick?
play?
yeah, what's better. Is it better to play 4 numbers? Is it better to play 8 numbers? Is it better
Right.
to play-
So what have you come up with?
I like 10.
But you do a 10 spot.
10
I
spot.
do a 10 spot. Part of the reason is it's easy to follow. So if I'm sitting there, usually I sit at the bar and there's a game on the TV. I'm drinking a beer. I'm talking to my ladies.
Ladies plural.
Well, they're not my ladies like that. They're my female friends that I play Keno with. Shout out to Anna and Robin.
So based now on your algorithm and doing the JavaScript stuff and the analysis of it, you're like 10 spots way to go. Now, what is the metrics telling you based on how you've gone out and tested this now? Like, have you had some success with this?
I have had a lot of success with it.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
My most recent win was about 4 or 6 weeks ago. I go in there and I hit 9 out of 10
Holy shit. 9 out of 10.
for 8,000 credits, which is $4,000. Drinks are on me tonight. Everybody in my crew, there's like 3 or 4 of us that go up there on Wednesdays and Fridays.
And then Robin in the house.
What's $100 when you win $4,000?
That's the way to do it. That's the gracious way of winning in gambling.
It's the only way I get handies now.
Now, do you get them right there, like
right
at the bar?
Under the table?
Everybody's watching.
So awkward.
Gamble responsibly, kids.
My best California Keno story was at Outlaw Tavern.
Yeah.
And so we go, and this is one of our neighborhood bars, and we love this bar. And they just get this California Keno thing for the very first time. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to play. So we go, and it's a brand new bartender. I pick out my numbers and I give it to her. And she's like, we just got this. I missed the training. I was sick. I don't know how to do it. And she's trying to give me my money back. And I'm like, no, just fucking figure it out. How hard can it be?
Yeah, this is your job.
Do it.
Get on YouTube and figure it out.
Yeah. I'm just like, you do it. You give me these numbers. And so she like types stuff in and she's like doing stuff and she's like looking like she's sweating and she's just like, I don't know. And I'm like, you got this. You got this. So then she spits out like this ticket and it's not my numbers. She's gotten like a quick pick, like it's random. And she's like, oh shit. And I'm like, these aren't my fucking numbers. I want my money back. And
You
she's
should have gone on the training.
yeah, you should exactly. Like, how stupid are you? How hard could this
Why'd
be?
you get sick?
How dare you get sick during training day for California Lottery?
But now, like, the machine needs like I owe this machine this money.
Not
you
my problem.
owe me this money. So I'm just like, okay, fine. I'll just play these here's my 20 bucks. I'll just play your stupid fucking numbers because you're
Dipshit
not
numbers.
trained.
You're about to tell me they hit.
I won.
They hit.
Yeah.
They hit.
They fucking hit.
I didn't win $4,000.
I think you won about 400. I think you tipped her 200.
Maybe I walked away with 200 because I gave
You
her.
tipped her like half the winnings because you're a nice person.
That
Yeah.
might have been her shtick that she's going to.
Like, oh, whoops.
I don't know what I'm doing. Give me $200.
So, Chris, I am, and I know this about myself. I own it. You're a bartender, and I'm a customer on the other side. I'm a pain in the ass. I know that. So what I try to do at the end, after I make your life a living hell for like 45 minutes, at the end, I'm like, oh, turns out I won $400. So here's 200 for you. Does that work as a bartender?
Yeah.
Can I pay you off like that?
Money talks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a whore.
Absolutely.
Because you said you've had some bad customers.
Everybody's got a price, right? You give me $100.
Hand you under the table.
You can piss on the floor and I'll mop it up. Like, it's fine.
Have you had that happen? Has someone pissed in the floor?
Not on the floor, but
Like you have to clean up puke and shit in the bar?
okay, so yes. Actually, I haven't had to do it.
Do you have staff for that?
I have staff, but no, the only reason I didn't have to clean it up is because I wasn't working that night. It was my sister-in-law working and 2 of my employees. So what happened was closing time, and then this couple came
Isn't
in.
that how every great bar story starts? What happened was it was closing time. I'm like, okay, you had me at closing time. Then what happens?
Okay, so this couple comes up who were not regulars, but customers of ours. One of the guys was a beer rep for a local brewery. They knew that their friends were there. Their friends were sitting on the patio. They came up, saw their friends on the patio. They're chatting. The girl says she needs to go to the bathroom. Okay.
Okay, that happens. That's human nature.
Yeah, you've been drinking for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, go use the bathroom.
Go ahead.
She goes into the bathroom and is in there for a good 15, 20 minutes.
Oof.
Then the boyfriend comes and sits at the table that we had dinner at tonight, waiting for her to come out. She comes out.
That's a good boyfriend. Let's just give him props right there. Your girlfriend's in there for 20 minutes. You sit outside the door and you be there when she comes out.
So far, he's a good boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm giving him credit he doesn't deserve.
She heads to the parking lot, and he goes into the restroom, does his thing, and leaves. Then the staff goes in there to clean the bathroom at the end of the night, and there's puke fucking everywhere.
Oh my God.
On the walls, all over the toilet, some of it in the toilet, but not much of it.
Ooh.
They spend 45 minutes to an hour cleaning up this puke.
Oh my God.
And I want to be honest. You guys have one of the cleanest bathrooms I've ever seen in a bar.
We spent so much fucking money on that bathroom.
That bathroom is dope. It's large and it's accessible and it's clean, unlike any bar in the state of California.
But when someone goes in there and pukes all over it.
On the walls.
So that wasn't the worst part about it. The worst
Oh,
part
shit.
about it was the next day. My sister-in-law and my staff is telling me about what happened. They knew it was her. What we figured out happened was she went in there and puked. The boyfriend went in there to try to cover it up
Oh God.
and did a little bit of cleanup with like toilet paper, but you can't clean up puke with
No.
toilet paper. You need towels.
Well, this guy, again, sounds like a pretty nice guy.
Here's where the part goes shitty.
Literally.
I had video of the girl walking into the pub through that back door and puke is coming out of her mouth.
Oh, no.
You can see it hit the ground.
She's puking before she even gets there.
Pre-puke.
Oh, no.
Pre-puking. So I text the guy and his friend, hey, do you know that blonde girl that came into the pub at the end of the night
A
last
little
night?
mouthy.
Somebody puked all over my bathroom. They denied it.
I don't know any blonde girls that do that.
And I texted them back. I said, that was your chance to come clean. This is all on video. My staff was sober. They know what happened.
I think everyone needs to hear this on this podcast. You're on video.
Yeah.
If you don't think you're being watched every moment of your life, you're being very, very naive. Don't think you're getting away with fucking shit. You're on fucking video.
on camera. So we don't have cameras inside. And
The toilet.
well, it's illegal to have cameras in the bathroom in California. That wouldn't stop me from doing it. But we don't have him. But this dude, his name, let's call him Morgan because that's his name.
Morgan. We're not going to use his real name, Morgan.
Morgan and his girlfriend worked at this brewery that we used to buy beer from. But I text Morgan and I'm like, do you know this girl? I know it's his girlfriend. I'm giving him a chance to come clean. That motherfucking Morgan does not come clean. He's like, oh yeah, I recognize her. I'll reach out to her and let her know.
Here's a screen capture of her face with vomit coming out of it.
But Morgan denies it. Then when I send the picture, the screen cap of her puking on the patio before she walks inside, oh yes, I know the girl. And I'm like, motherfucker, just tell me that it's your girlfriend because I know it's your girlfriend. Please come clean. Doesn't do it.
The word come clean, it just has such a new meaning right now. When you're like, I need you to come clean the vomiting in the bathroom. Walls.
That's when you just say, I am so sorry. I am so embarrassed. How can I help make this right?
That's the thing. This guy works in the industry. He should know that this is a bad look.
Yeah.
I could call your employer and say, hey, your 2 employees were in here last night. They didn't spend a single fucking cent. And she puked all over my bathroom. I had to pay my staff an extra 45 minutes to clean up your fucking puke.
Oh, she came in and didn't buy any drinks from you guys?
They got fucked up somewhere else.
And just were puking.
So it's not like your staff overserved her.
No.
So you're saying that they came to your establishment, didn't buy any beer, barfed all over your bathroom and left.
Yes.
Fair enough.
This guy works in the industry. He should know.
You're like, hey, we're all in industry. You guys make beer to get people fucked up. I serve beer to get people fucked up. Somebody got fucked up and puked in our bathroom. Whose fault
that
is
somebody
it?
didn't get fucked up at my
Whose
bar.
fault is it?
That somebody didn't spend any money.
As a patron, I wouldn't know how to make it right, but I think you can always start with, how do I make this right? Like,
100%.
can I come in and clean up after myself, or it's already done? Can I pay your staff?
What you start with is like, first I'd like to say, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I did, but I'm sure it's my fault. And I'm sorry.
That would have gone a long
Like,
way.
I'm so embarrassed.
Own up
Shit.
to it. Own up to it, man. She showed up, I think, that night or the next night with a bouquet of flowers and
Some Bounty paper towels.
a card addressed to me, apologizing to me. You need to be apologizing to the staff that cleaned up your puke.
Well, that's actually pretty cool, Chris. She actually did show up. I mean, I don't know what you need with flowers. I mean, how about a gift card to, Pizza Factory? She's like, actually, it would smell a lot better if you put these flowers in that bathroom.
Here's some dead flowers. Don't give me that. Give me a bottle of bourbon and 45 minutes of your time. I'll put
Give
you
me
to
some
work.
fucking J-Mo and a mop. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. Don't give me these fucking dead flowers, girl. It's not who died.
Just don't fucking lie to me.
Don't lie to Chris, dude. Enjoy a corner project, but don't lie to them and don't throw up in their bathroom.
There's video of me throwing up outside of Sequoia Brewing.
There's also a video of you throwing up outside of a hotel in
Avila.
Avila Beach.
I throw up outside. I don't throw up inside.
We're here to give you tips on stories and cocktails. If you've had a little bit too much imbibing and you feel like something's coming up, go outside and water the plants like Mrs. Kreider does.
You're fertilizing the plants with all that.
Yeah, it's very natural.
That stomach bile is probably good.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
them.
It's good. We're going to grow a fucking tree, man.
I've only done it twice, but it was always outside.
When you did it in Avila, you were outside yakking as a very, very wealthy family pulled in and was going to get a very expensive hotel room, and they were walking in with their children and they were watching you just throw up right in front of the door.
Okay, so that maybe was
It wasn't the planner.
That's
To the
that
door,
good.
and that was amazing. So what happened was, let's say I'm the boyfriend in your scenario, right?
Yes.
So my wife is throwing up, not in your bathroom at Corner Project.
Thank you.
My wife is throwing up in front of a hotel that we're not staying at. We already have a fucking
Oh,
RV.
you're not staying there.
Oh, fuck no. We have an RV spot about
I
2
already
miles
ate you.
away. Yeah. So we already have a place. We've already paid for the night. Tiki RV is already there. It's already plugged in. The bed's made. We're going to make some love, maybe, if she gets drunk enough. And then she decides to get too drunk and she throws up in front of this hotel. She's on her bicycle. She's not going to be able to make it to the RV. So I'm like, fuck. So I go to this hotel and I'm like, sorry. Do you have a hotel room? It's like a Saturday night in the summer. They're like, sure. And I get a very special price. When I say very special, it means I paid an enormous amount of money so that my wife could fucking go to bed. So I'm just like, I just give my credit card. I'm like, whatever. Sorry about that. And then I waddle her up to the room, lay her in the bed. Then I carry her fucking beach cruiser up to the room. I put it in the bed.
In the bed? You got the bike in the bed.
You and the bike sleep together. Now I got to fucking go back to my RV because we have, oh, by the way, we're hosting friends. dipshit over here got so fucked up. Her friends from work are waiting at the campfire. I come back like, where's Sarah? Well,
No, okay, don't try to be cool. You had to go back because you needed your CPAP machine.
I can appreciate
I
that.
had to go back. I'm like, hey, Sarah's not going to make it to the bonfire tonight, and I got to get my sleep apnea machine because I'm going to go back and spend it in this $400 hotel room I don't need.
But you paid for
Because
it.
I already have a $100 fucking RV spot at me tonight. $500 night, and I ain't getting laid. So I ride my ass back, and I find her in bed with a bike, and I'm like,
Stupid bike.
fucking bike's cock blocking me, man. The scary part was that she hadn't moved, and I'd been gone for like 3 hours entertaining her friends and shit. And I was like, looking for proof of life. I'm like, oh shit, did she die here? I'm like, fuck, is she alive? You kind of like kick her. I'm like, okay, she's alive because she hadn't moved an inch to go pee, to throw up again, nothing.
Back to the bonfire.
No, then I just said, look, I spent $500 in this room, so
Don't be gross.
it's a quid pro quo situation. I'm like, listen, a prostitute in Fresno was $80. I spent $500 tonight. I'm gonna get laid.
6 times.
Fall asleep. I don't care.
I wasn't
But it's
asleep.
gonna happen.
At that point, I woke up and I was like, oh shit, this is oceanfront.
Get this
Get
bike.
this bike out of this bed.
This is
This is
oceanfront
oceanfront
Who
room.
paid for this room? I'm feeling very horny.
Yeah.
So you did pay for that room.
But you know, when you hear Rob's version of what happens when a woman throws up outside, I mean, your bathroom was going to be soiled either way.
Someone's getting fucked.
Yeah.
The janitor.
I want to go back to Chris, the bartender.
Yeah.
I am going to say this. And you were like, I would want you to tell me the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth.
Okay.
The only part I didn't like about Corner Project L's and Eats, after I had like the most delicious meal I'd ever had, you said, have you ever heard of underoos? And I was like, yeah. Like, those were the best underwear I ever had.
I was Wonder Woman.
Who hasn't heard of underoos? And I was like, you got underoos back behind the bar, dude? And then you brought out not Wonder Woman underwear, not Spider-Man underwear,
And honestly, that would have been a lot sexier.
right? Did you think you were going to get like some underoos to go? Because I did.
No, he said, he goes, do you guys like Jaeger? I have something similar. So I wasn't going with the whole underoos thing.
I just heard him say underoos. What did you actually say?
Underberg.
Underberg.
If you're German, Underberg.
Underberg.
Okay, give the whole sales pitch that you gave me.
Okay, reach holding a little green bottle of
I'm not doing it.
Underberg. Lay it on me.
So it's natural herb bitters. For some reason, I think because it's considered a food product, my bar can sell these even though we don't have a license for spirits.
It is 44% volume of alcohol.
Yeah, it's 20 milliliters, so you're basically at half a shot. You can buy these on Amazon.
Hey, kids.
18 or older, they won't.
They won't card you.
You can order this shit. It'll come right
Oh,
to your
yeah,
door.
yeah. As long as you have a credit card, you can get these sent to your home.
It tastes like black licorice and clove gum.
Yeah.
Had a baby. And it's in like a little Tabasco sized bottle. You can't just shoot it. You have to like shake it. Drip, 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 drip into your mouth.
Feels like a little bit of a money shot on your
Like
tongue.
you're giving a hand job in
It takes a
your mouth.
long time for you to empty the bottle onto your tongue.
This was the part that I didn't like because after the most delicious meal that I had had and all these great beers that I tasted, you said, would you like some underoos? And I said, yes. And then you brought me this little Tabasco bottle and you said, shake this into your mouth. And I was like, okay, but
I thought this was going to come later.
I really want Wonder Woman. And then I was just like, I don't know what's happening. Why does this shit burn so badly?
Actually, I found it quite pleasant. It took longer than I would like it to go down because the bottle
Yeah.
circumference at the opening is very small.
Then we found out that if you collect, now this part I actually kind of like.
You're down for this.
I'm down.
There's
for
a little cap on these bottles.
And if you collect the caps, you get prizes.
You've already collected so many of these caps.
I still have 700 plus caps that I'm collecting. There's 4 of us at my pub that drink these. Me, Henry, who you met tonight, Jordan, who you met tonight, and then another girl. I wasn't there tonight. Her name's Brittany. I want to get 4 of us shirts.
How many caps do you need to get a shirt?
The shirts are like $250.
So you have 700 now, but we're going to give you 703 right now
Yeah.
because we're going to do a shot on the show.
702.
Let's let you do this toast, Chris. What is the proper toast for this?
Actually, the way you're supposed to drink these is cheers, bang on the table, and then here's the hardest part. In the mouth,
Okay.
no hands.
Okay, I'll just narrate. And they've got the Tabasco bottles and they're shaking. There's no choking. Oh, and Rob dropped his.
Fuck.
'Cause he's a pussy.
Well, I'm a rookie.
It's tough.
Underberg.
Definitely settles my stomach.
It feels like I sucked a leprechaun's dick.
No,
Leprechauns
aren't Irish.
Not German. I think it's more like you lick the backside of somebody's lederhosen.
Yeah,
Oh, that's probably a better review.
Sarah, if you ever want to replace him on the podcast,
I do. I do.
Oh, she wants to replace
Not
me
if I
all
ever.
the time.
If I always want to, I do.
She hates me on this
Yeah,
podcast.
those leprechauns. You sound like a guy who would name his band Tide.
Let's get back to Tide, the band that should have been called Tide.
Okay, let's get back to you.
So there's a quote in the story where I asked somebody about the band,
Okay.
and they said, the first time I heard you guys, I wanted to cut my ears off.
Right.
And I think that was Chris Adamian right here who said that.
incorrect.
Really?
Do you want to know who it was?
Who was it?
It was 900 people polled.
900 people said
Yeah.
would not listen
It
again.
was
I was
everyone
fucking
they
pumped on
asked.
you guys when I first saw you. The first time I saw you guys was at the Galleon house, but I show up there at the front door and Mike, rest in peace,
God bless you, brother.
is collecting money at the door. And I'm like, you know these fucking guys? He's like, yeah, I live here.
These are my roommates.
I lived in the dorms with Mike. Mike was on my floor.
Dude, you knew, I didn't know this about you.
Yeah.
You were fucking floor mates with Mike, my
freshman-
roommate.
Yes.
Holy shit.
And then we go in and watch the show, whatever.
$2 for a cup.
Probably.
Yep.
And then years later, once I was actually living with Nader and Dom and Doug, well, Doug wasn't in them, but we're watching the videos of this same party, and there I am in the background with my friends.
The Galleon House
So
parties.
The way I became friends with you guys was I see Nader sitting in the UU with a Screeching Weasel shirt
That's the
on.
University Union at Cal
Yeah.
Poly.
And I just go up and talk to him. I'm thinking this Chinese guy seems like a cool dude.
He plays bass in a punk band that I went and saw once at a party.
I went up to talk to him, and he was telling me about the band, and he's like, actually, we're playing Oso Street Subs
Yes.
this Saturday night. I show up. I think you were already gone.
I already left Cal Poly, but I came back for Oso Street.
Yeah.
So that's a funny show that you mentioned because she's pregnant, and now I'm at Oso Street Subs playing this show. And that night, there's two girls who just come right up and right in front of me, and they are fucking dancing their asses off, and they're shaking their titties and they're shaking their booties. And my future wife, my baby mama, is in the crowd. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. This is what I started a band for. I cannot interact with you
Too
today.
late.
Yeah, I
Too
can't.
late.
This is not cool today. Like, this is not great. So I was just like beating the fucking cymbals with the mic and talking shit and getting fucking drunk and jumping on the drums and trying to make sure that my future wife, who's on
I
this
was there?
podcast right
I don't
100%
remember.
you were there. And I was like, my future wife knows I'm not trying to fuck these two girls who they want to just party with whoever's on stage. They don't care. They don't even like punk rock. I don't think. They just wanted to dance in front of
Yeah.
the lead singer.
You were definitely there, and you guys left right afterwards.
Oh, for sure.
That night, I went back to Nader and Todd's apartment. They lived at Broad Street.
Yep.
And we drank, and Todd gave me a skateboard to ride home. And after that,
Friends for life.
friends for life.
Now, was it a 21 and over show?
I don't think so.
No, because it was Oso Street Subs, and you were
I
under
was
21.
20.
Yeah.
But you guys did an Oso Street Subs show earlier that was 21 and over.
You're thinking of Los Osos, the bar in Los Osos.
Something saloon.
Los Osos Saloon.
was.
So we play that show, and then Sarah's not old enough to go. Nader's not even old enough to drink, our bassist. And so,
He's still not.
yeah, exactly. He actually is a teenager still. So we get in the show, and then basically, as you would think would happen, is you have a kid who's underage, and we're in a bar playing a punk rock show, and they serve us all the drinks. Nader gets fucking belligerently drunk.
Right, because I
Yes.
picked Nader up and he threw up. Okay, so you're talking about people throwing up in your bar. So these fuckers, I am not the girlfriend. I am not I'm the namer of the band. I'm the future wife of the lead singer or the lead yeller.
The incubator.
But I can't exactly. I'm just the incubator, and I can't go because I'm not 21. But these fuckers, like they suddenly they need my Mazda 323.
They're rock stars.
Well, we needed your 323 to get the drums and the amps to the show.
So I drive them out to Los Osos, and now they need me to pick them up. And Nader throws up from Los Osos to San Luis Obispo. I have to stop.
God bless him.
I have to stop the car, and I have Nader and I have Todd in the car. I don't have you. I have to do 2 trips.
Sarah can't go to the show. She's not old enough. She has to go back and forth to get the band
Yeah.
and the drums and the amps. She does 2 trips from Los Osos to San Luis, and I'm not even acknowledging that she's my girlfriend at the time.
So I get Nader and Todd first, and I get like half the music equipment, and I take them all back. Oh my God. And so Nader has to stop every 5 minutes. Oh, Todd that night, he does his like magic, like super secret.
Yeah.
Leaned in with the ear.
He's doing that. But motherfucker, he's like, Rob loves you so much.
Really?
Yes.
He did.
Todd Northrup.
Todd Northrup knew that Sarah and I were meant to be together before we even knew it.
Nader's puking out the side the entire time. And Todd's just like, no. And he's like, no. And he's doing that drunk thing that you do, right? And you probably see this all the time.
listen
No,
to me.
no.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. And I'm like dead sober. And I'm like, I probably don't because I'm 19 fucking years
And I'm
old.
making 2 trips to pick up a band's
I
equipment.
just want to go home.
And this guy doesn't even love me.
I just want to fuck Rob.
Yeah. And he goes, you and Rob loves you so fucking much. You and Rob, you guys are meant to be together. And he's like, it doesn't, all this other stuff, none of it matters. You and Rob.
It's like
And-
all those other bitches.
okay,
that
but
doesn't matter.
you know Todd.
Yeah.
I'm 19 years old and all I want is Rob to love me.
You're not pregnant yet.
And I'm not pregnant yet.
About to be.
And
That night.
Rob's bestest friend in San Luis Obispo,
His guitar player.
who is also the most prolific womanizer in the world. It's
I
like
think the word is pussy slayer.
So 50% of me is just like, if Todd says it and you're Rob's bestest friend, like it must be true. But the other 50% of me is like, you have 17 girlfriends. So for you to tell me that I'm Rob's girlfriend, like it means fucking nothing. And I'm trying to drive and I'm like, Nadir, get inside the car. Like stop puking. Like get in here. I still have to go pick up Rob and the drum set. And Todd is just like doing that. Like, you know, that drunk, they're like, no, listen to me, right? Like you don't understand.
Who's the big winner? Sara. Who's the big loser? Them. You broke up the fucking band. You named the band and then you broke it. You made it and then you destroyed it.
I think that's unfair to say that she broke up the band.
She did, dude. Because here's the thing. Once we got rid of our one-arm drummer, who had two arms, but he played like a one-arm drummer, and then we got Dom. And Dom was amazing. He was the real musician. Listen, first of all, the members of them were 4 guys in the fucking dorms who wanted to fuck girls, who listened to a Ramones album and said, we can do this. And we knew nothing about music. And then we were just cool enough to play a few local gigs. And then suddenly we got a new drummer, and I was like, oh shit, he's good.
We got to take this seriously.
He elevated us, and then I was like starting to write songs, and I was like, oh, this is fucking dope. And then right when like we were starting to gel, like, I mean, I'm telling like within like 7 minutes, Mrs. Cried over here gets pregnant. And then the fucking party is over. We play the gig at Trinity Hall during our honeymoon, and then
oh my gosh,
that's it.
But okay, Chris, I need you to know like how diabolical I was. So he's too punk for me. Like he can't date me.
The reason she wasn't my girlfriend ever, because she wasn't punk enough to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, he's like, no, me and Todd, we like this girl who's bald and shaved her head and like she has her eyebrow pierced and she's way like more punk. So then they get this drummer, Dom, from Orcutt. And I'd never even heard of Orcutt as a town. Had you heard of Orcutt as a town?
None of us had.
Not until Dom.
No.
Orcutt hardcore, dude.
This is how good I am, but also how ugly I am. So he's like, Dom is from Orcutt hardcore. And it's like so cool. And I realized like, oh, you're sort of intimidated by the Orcutt.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
because we were posers at that point.
I tried to date one of the OGs.
Really?
It was a ginger, and he took me to his parents' house in Orcutt. And I was like,
I'm not doing this.
And I tried to like make you jealous by sleeping with him. And I ended up at his parents' house, like watching a movie. And I was like, I can't
Like,
do
want to
this.
watch Sam Almost Fire with your parents?
Yeah, I was.
This isn't
I don't think Rob's going to get jealous about
Rob's
this.
not getting jealous about this.
This is not what I bargained for. And so then I just schlepped it back to San Luis Obispo and got pregnant with
As
you.
fast as you could.
Yeah. So we moved to Santa Maria. You were probably still in college. When did you graduate from Cal Poly?
99.
Yeah, we're in Santa Maria. We have a house. We live in Orcutt. I'm a highway patrolman.
And we have a 2-year-old and an infant. And we have the nicest Mormon neighbors. And they're very, very nice. And they have 3 daughters. And he did come to our house and he did want us to sign a petition, something against like gay marriage or something, because girls were kissing at Orchid High or something. And we did kindly tell
Rigetti
him, we're not going to, like, we like when
I'm
girls
not going to
kiss.
sign that.
I mean, you know, it was the 90s and gay marriage was still like not legal. It was a crazy time. Anyways, so we have these nice Mormon neighbors with these nice Mormon daughters. And even though we knew they were anti-gay marriage, and I'm sorry to all of my listeners, oh God, you guys know that I know better, but I really needed a fucking babysitter.
We needed a babysitter, y'all.
I needed a
We hadn't
babysitter
fucked each other in 6 months.
really badly. So we get one of those 3
Mormon girls.
to babysit our kids.
Mormon girls are the best babysitters.
Yeah, I mean, if we were going to leave
Pretty
our
safe bet.
kids.
They're not going to
Solid.
taint
Yeah.
your kids.
You're good.
So we get one of them to babysit our kids and we come back and now it's like time, like, oh, should we walk you home? And like literally next door. And she's like, well, can you drive my boyfriend home? I'm like, oh shit. I don't know if you're supposed to have a boyfriend
I
over.
don't know why you brought your boyfriend to our house, but obviously, you know, we're pretty progressive.
So we put the boyfriend and the daughter in the back of our car.
So we're in our Mazda MPV family truckster. We're going to give him a ride to his house in Orcutt.
Yeah. He's in the back of our van. And all of a sudden he looks at Rob and he goes,
Are you singing to them?
yes.
Oh, really?
He goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, I love Star Wars.
No fucking way.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. I love Star Wars. 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 What up, Chewbacca? What fly the Millennium Falcon? What fuck Princess Leia? What love the Death Star? Excitement, adventure, a true Jedi Knight seeks none of these things. I love Star Wars.
No fucking
Yes.
way.
We left our fucking children with this.
He was a
Are
them
you
fan.
serious?
Yes.
It blew my fucking mind. He goes, dude, I loved you guys. So the funny joke about them was that we were just a college band, but I don't know how it happened. We became huge in Arroyo Grande.
True.
The Arroyo
High
Grande
school.
high school kids
Yeah.
thought that them was fucking Green Day.
Yeah.
They loved them. So this kid goes over and I don't know what he does with my Mormon babysitter. And then he's getting a ride home on my Mazda MPV. And then he's like, you're the lead singer of them, the greatest punk rock band in the Central Coast ever.
He said that?
Yes. He was singing our song.
You should have adopted him.
God, I wanted to. My head was so big, I couldn't get out of the fucking van door.
I bet.
Because I'm at this point, she gets pregnant. I got to quit the fucking band, join the higher patrol. I'm working my fucking ass off, scraping up dead bodies on the freeway. And then suddenly, one of the greatest fans of them, an AG high school kid, is like, I love you, man. Like, oh, if I die tomorrow, all my dreams came true. Because, even though I started the band to fuck girls, all I really wanted was a high school boy to love me. Which is a very strange thing to say.
I can't believe I've never heard this.
I was like, $4 an hour, 3 hours. Here's $12. Get the fuck out of my car.
Never babysitting for us again.
You like my husband's band? You're never hired.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I was like, tell your dad we're voting for gay marriage. Get the fuck out of my car.
Now, one of the things we did I thought was super fun in them was that we decided to be funny to just throw out natural light at our parties. So every time them played, we just had a 12-pack of natural light. We would just throw natural light out. Natty Ice.
Yeah, it's $5.
Yeah. So then we started putting the natural light logo on our t-shirts as we were screen printing them and stuff. We were like promoting natural light the whole time. But we got none of the beer for free, and natural light never knew who we were or gave a fuck about us.
You probably had a cease and desist on the way.
Yeah, they're like, please stop yelling about racism and giving out our beers, because a lot of racists drink our beers. So it's a mixed message coming from them right now with the anti-racist message with the fucking natural light. So I'm glad you came to the Galleon house and saw us. That was where we lived, man, with Mike, and rest in peace.
Yeah.
One of our roommates who's no longer with us, and we all love very deeply. So we're going to wrap it up with this. First of all, thank you, Sarah, for naming my band.
Can you beat that name? Them?
Them? I saw them. They suck. Thank you, Chris, for bringing us to your wonderful restaurant and hosting us in your front yard where we are stealing power from you like white trash. Hey, man, you got an extension cord, dude? I'm going to plug in this motorhome. All right, so raise the glass. We're all out of Underberg. I'm going to raise up my last little spit of Pliny, your paper plane, and Ultra. Cheers to good friends in college.
And that was Last Call. You did it. You survived an episode of Stories and Cocktails. But did Rob or Sarah's liver survive the show? I don't know. Tune into the next episode to find out, to enjoy some more stories and some more cocktails. By the way, if you want to support the debauchery of the show, then buy the host their next round by Venmoing a couple of gold doubloons at Stories and Cocktails. Back in the day, a gold doubloon was only $4 Spanish. Who knew? Well, folks, I'll be right here behind the bar, cleaning the glassware and awaiting your return to the Stories and Cocktails podcast. Cheerio, friends!
If you enjoy hearing Rob Kreider's different humor columns here on the Stories and Cocktails podcast, then I promise you will love his novel, Cadet Blues. Cadet Blues is Rob's hilarious tell-all about desperately trying to survive the shock and awe boot camp-style training at the California Highway Patrol Academy. People from all different walks of life have come to love this book because Cadet Blues is simply a crazy good read. Heartfelt, inspiring, and damn funny. It's available in paperback through Amazon, eBay, or cadetblues.com, where you can get free shipping and a personalized autographed book. Or you can download a digital copy of Cadet Blues from Amazon Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, or Apple iBooks. Do yourself a favor and check out the novel, Cadet Blues.